Hello and welcome into the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today we are going to work on week 7 of Roxy's challenge. Roxy's weekly challenge? Ooh, easy for me to say. Let's try that again. Roxy's weekly challenge, week 7. This is book page tags, which Rachel said she was inspired by her week 1. So let me make a note of the time I'm starting my video so that I can remember that. Let's see, let's get started. Lots of fun pages to use. Rachel was using book pages, of course, obviously that was in the title, for her tags this time. And I've got some that I have pre-folded the edges on because I struggle a bit with folding the edges over. So I thought that might help us keep this moving along. I'll take this and let's see. I'm going to try a different glue on this paper because I think it's quite old. This is a glue that I found when I was on vacation a couple years ago at a shop in Maryland. It's Italian glue. It's not the same kind of glue that Rach uses, but I kind of like it. I got it. Oops. Yep. This is very fragile book page. So I didn't think it would hold up to my glue stick. This liquid glue is a little bit easier on it. When I fly, I like to take a small pouch of collage bits and backgrounds, a little tiny moleskin notebook, little collage journal that I take with me when I fly. And I found this glue was pretty easy to use when I was flying. See, I pre-folded and that's still not straight, but okay. Let's go ahead and glue these other ones. This one I can use my regular glue stick on because it's hardier paper. Page out of an old Nancy Drew mystery novel. I love the size of those books. It's just a size journal that I like to make. So I have collected a bunch of them. They're waiting to become journals. Okay. Fold it over. Burnish down. Let it dry a little bit. Do this one. Oh, I jumped right in today and didn't even say hope everyone's doing well and having an opportunity to do some crafting. I'm kind of getting back to my making things and my video making after oops, sorry about that. For about a week of not, my husband caught a cold and I had a mild version of it, but he was not feeling very well, and so when he's not feeling very well, I worry about him, and then I also have to pick up the slack of all the stuff that he normally does, which is quite a few things actually around here. So I just didn't get my stuff done last week, so I'm getting back to it now. Okay, so now we have these 3 bases to start with, and what I'll do now is, let's see, what do I have for backing paper? Oh, Rachel used her blank book pages and whatnots to back hers. I don't have as many blank pages as she has. Where's my ruler? Okay, we'll see. Once again, I always think I'm so prepared, and then when it comes down to it, something's missing from the repertoire. Okay, at least it's still on the desk. That's because I have a set of rulers that I have dedicated to my workspace up here so that I'm not forever forgetting them downstairs and not having them when I need them. Looks kind of straight. It's an old piece of ledger. This came from a really cool cover that I'm thinking, my little gray cells, working on to come up with an idea for a journal for it. I think it'll be a document style journal, but anyway, it's very long and narrow, and I think the front of it says daily log or something to that effect, and it's got a lot of great patina and stuff on it, so that will make a really fun journal, I think. Really gorgeous, little grungy, a little bit grungy journal. But anyway, so I was looking through all my stuff, you know, as I do, and ran across that book again, and I've had it for quite some time, and I pick it up and I look at it and I put it back in the stack, and I was never quite ready to use it, but I think today I decided I am quite ready to use it. Okay, so we've got a lining for that one. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, my favorite. You know how I love, let's see, is that, yeah, that's probably enough contrast. You know how I love graph paper. If you follow me much at all, I'm always talking about my love of graph paper, even if it's giant block graph paper like this, which is not old. This came from Amazon a while ago, as of, you know, probably a couple of years ago. I've had it, maybe a little longer than that, but once again, going through my stuff and ran across it in my stash. Got some pieces out to use, and I think it's, I not only love the graph that's on it, but I love the feel of the paper. It reminds me of paper that I used to have when I was a kid. I don't know if it was, not really construction paper because it's not that heavy, but it has a wonderful tooth to it, shall we say. Because I'm also a big texture person. I like the way paper feels and sounds, and this has a hearty sound when it tears, and it has a nice feel. And hopefully it'll also be nice to write on. I don't think I've tested out the writing on it. We will have to do that. Okay, get this one back. Oh, there's get my baby wipe and wipe that off, and switch to another piece of old printer paper. This particular layer of the old printer paper is from one of my many job searches of the past. But let's see. What else do we have that's interesting? Well, I have something that's pretty white. Normally I don't like that, but I have a lot of these white strips that I haven't done anything with yet. Because this is the paper that I print my journal pages on, and my ephemera. Let's go this way because apparently I've slightly overcut on that edge. Okay, and so I have lots of strips of this in and about my stash. Did I do it again? All depends on the light. There's the tear. Okay. So we'll use a little bit of this on the back of this tag. This is another fun challenge that Rachel has come up with. I admire her creativity, and I know she's very, very busy getting ready to be gone for a few weeks, gone from home and going back home to Australia to do some teaching and take some classes and, of course, visit with her family. So she continues to come up with interesting and enjoyable projects for us to do with her weekly challenges. Much appreciated. I'm sure she does not watch these videos because I know she doesn't have time. Bless her. If she had all the time in the world, I'm sure she would. She's a very nice lady. Oh, that's interesting. Damaging rumors. Well, there you go. Nancy Drew has up with the rumor mill there. Okay, I got that part of it done. I'll let those dry for a few minutes. I have some that I made in advance. So we can go on to the next step, which I think Rachel used digital papers and other papers. Let's see, this is a little big for that. I have some of my stuff that I've gotten in her paper packs because, you know, this is the year I'm using my stuff. And me telling you guys that all the time is part of me keeping myself accountable and actually using the things that I buy and not just stacking them up and keeping them for myself. Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Could not get a hold of that. Let's get another piece of paper to glue on here. Let's see. Is that enough contrast? Maybe not. Once again, I suffer with my book pages being very close to the same color. Let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, somewhere in all my stuff I had some brown paper, but I think that may have landed in a different pile. Let's see, what do I got? Once again, sorry guys, I thought I was all prepared for this. Well, let's see. This is definitely a different color. I can use a little bit of this. This is part of that ledger that I have from the 1940s that's on this cool pale yellow paper that's in amazing condition considering it's, what is this thing? Oh, yeah, don't ask me to do math in my head, but anyway, it's old paper. Let's see, do I want to... There. And then I could do a strip of this. Yeah, let's do that. To this Italian ledger paper. Okay. I did learn something on the sample that I did right before I started this video. I thought, okay, I'll get this all put together and see how comfortable I feel with everything, and it'll all be good. And then I got ready to punch a hole in the top like Rachel had done and realized that I only had a single little bit of the book page on the one I was doing, and I have the same thing on this one, and that's just not going to be strong enough. This old encyclopedia paper is good paper, and with a little bit of support, it's plenty strong enough to make a tag, but not on the edge for me to punch a hole in. Needed a little more oomph. Let's see. Yeah, let's do this. So at least I have a double thickness of paper there. lesson learned, so as I don't need to keep learning it. Learn it, use it, remember it. All right, okay. Go with this here. Kind of like to tear that edge off, but I don't want to lose any of the writing that's on this page. Let's see. Oh, well, taking me too long, guys. Okay. This burnish down. And we want a label on this. I cut out labels from Rachel's new label kit the other night while I was watching TV. Let's see, those are all really small. This one, yeah, it covers up too much of the. I think I'm going to have too small or too big. Let's see. No, it still covers up too much. Okay. So back to the tiny labels. Let's see. Oh, I've got them all in a stack here. They are little bitties. I think I also reduced the size, thinking that this particular project would benefit with some smaller ones. This one I didn't trim very well, so let's get the bright white glue page out of here and let me trim this one a little bit better. My husband and I were watching a movie, I think. If we were watching, he actually sat with me while I watched one of my favorite Hallmark movies the other night. A testament probably to the fact that he was not feeling well, because he just was happy to let me sit and watch my favorite Tyler Hines movie, which is It Was Always You, and it was on broadcast TV the other night, or yeah, I guess the Hallmark Channel would be broadcast, and there's just something kind of fun about watching it when I know a bunch of other people are watching it at the same time, rather than just watching it from my stash, in my DVR. Ooh, yes, I like that there. Okay. But anyway, so I was watching a movie and trimming, so I didn't trim that one as well as I could have. Let's see. Is this too big? Yeah. Striking, but too big. Oh, there are all the other flowers I cut out. Carried all my stuff upstairs and then shifted all my boxes around. And now I don't know where all the stuff I cut out this morning went. It's under here. Well done. Okay, I guess not. I don't know what I did with it. It's here, likely right in front of me. Let's see. I do have some of these Parisian Post-it notes that did not come from Paris, but did come from my local charity shop. I'm going to let this be down here. Too much squareness. That's a lot of squareness. How about this one with the Eiffel Tower on it? Ooh, I like that a little bit better. But let's give it a little torn edge there and a little torn edge here. Because I do love a torn edge. I know, I'm not brave enough to try and tear the top. I don't want the towel to lose its top. Okay, there we go. Got it all. Well, got it all in there, but it's really stuck to my finger. Let's see, do I want that there? Do I want that? Oh, I think over there. Okay. When Rachel was doing this challenge the other day. She was saying that since she's a lefty, she always tends to put things on the left-hand side, and I think I tend to do that too, and I wonder if that's because I watch her so often that it influences where I like my stuff to go to. I know watching her stitching challenges has definitely impacted my stitching style. I've learned to do a couple of stitches now that one for sure that I could not do the whole time I was growing up. I just could not get it. Oops, that is still not going to be quite enough. What am I? Okay, let's just trim the top of this off so it doesn't break apart. Anyway, I've learned to do the French knot that I never could do when I was growing up. And I think it's because Rachel does it left-handed, and something about that made it work in my brain better. I also, I should let that dry. Oh, well, not too bad. Well, got that. Oop, it's a little rough. Okay. Well, if you receive this in happy mail from me, please don't hold the roughness against me. It was too anxious. That is not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. Okay, let's see if we can't get another couple done here before I take up your entire day. Let's see. A couple of these. The larger ones. I do tend to like to do large tags. I don't know what it is about them, but I kind of prefer that to a standard size tag. I always have to kind of warn people when I'm doing tag swaps with them that I tend to like to make really big tags. Usually they're really good about that, but got a tag swap coming up, and I'm gonna try my darndest to make a traditional size tag. Not like I don't have a lot of experience making tags years ago, and some of you may know because you may have been following me this long. I used to do those tag of the month kits in my Etsy shop, and so I'm always making tags with those little kits, and they're all small because that's what was in the kit itself. And one of my friends, a fellow Etsy shop owner, was encouraging me to do the tags of the month again, and so I don't think I'll do them monthly, but I may. Instead of doing tag of the month, we'll do an occasional tag kit for sale in my shop. Let's see if you are interested in that, would like to see me do that again. I'd appreciate you telling me. Just let me know in the comments below. We'll see. Tried to have my thinking cap on to come up with an idea for one, but this last week wasn't the best for coming up with new ideas. Too many other things. And I won't say I was terribly sick. I wasn't anywhere near as sick as my poor husband was, but I was just so tired. I just didn't have a lot of energy. You know, that's kind of interesting. It kind of takes away from the label too much. Okay. How about some music paper? Let's do some music page here. I also need to get back to my series of original ideas. Hopefully by the time you see this you will have already seen another one of my original idea videos. Once again, like I said, last week wasn't a great week for me to accomplish things. Some glue on this, get it glued down. What I'll use for the focal image on this one. I do like the tag. Sorry, tag. Now I have tags on the brain. I do like the label. This. Too small. I need something larger. Right. Too big. Ooh, he's very stern looking. Definitely contrasts with the floral label, doesn't it? Well, you know, he's been in my stuff for a while. Let's just use him on this. Okay, so we'll do this label down first. I'm watching Wendy's Journal Adventures too. I just love Wendy. She's such a lovely lady. And I love her style. She's doing a series with envelopes, which is cool. And I also haven't been able to think of anything different to do with envelopes yet, but we'll see. My husband was definitely better today, so that is encouraging. He did have 3 days off where we didn't do nothing, but we didn't do as many things as we normally do. Oh, that's an interesting combination of things. I've covered up almost all the Japanese writing. It's more Italian than anything else at this point. Okay, so let's see if I get this down better. Burnished a little more. I'm missing the edges with my glue, I imagine. Okay, so instead of doing the product tag kind of punch there, let's do the slot punch here. That's kind of small for this one, but something different. That tag has nice weight. Very nice weight. Okay, well, I've had you here forever, so I really shouldn't do another one, but if you'll stay with me for just a little bit longer, let's try to do one more quickly. This is a page from the digital. I think digital. I don't know, it might be just one of my scan pages. It was just a piece I found in my scraps box that I thought, that's similar to what Rachel used. Rachel used a lot of labels. And I don't know how to describe them. But as I always say, go over to Rachel's channel, watch her do this challenge. Fold that over. I do love the base paper on this one. It's one of those pages from that agriculture, the old agriculture book that I have. It's all these cool charts, I guess would be what we could call that. Let's see. Oh, maybe a little bit of shorthand paper too. love these pages with shorthand. Go that way. Okay. These are fun to make, and it's not a stressful make, so I would enjoy sitting here all afternoon chatting with you guys and making these, but I'm sure you guys have all got lots of other things to do, and soon it will be time for me to make dinner. So today's usually my husband's day home, but he went into the office for a meeting this afternoon, so I seized the opportunity to get into my space and get a video made. You know, that's small, but I kind of like it. Let's see. These are from Rachel's latest Easter kit, although they don't really scream Easter. These remind me of chrysanthemums, which always make me think of my mom. And here they're I think probably more of a fall flower here in Arizona. I don't know about anywhere else. She loved chrysanthemums. My dad planted a bunch of them in our yard for her one year, and they're so pretty. They smell terrible, but they're so pretty. And they always make me think of my mom. I do wish she were here to. I know what she'd say about this whole YouTube thing. She'd love it. She'd want to help. She'd want to be involved. That's who she was. Always jumping in with both feet to whatever sort of crazy thing her daughter was doing. No, maybe this one. As I tell you guys, I'm going to do things quickly, and then I don't. Let's see if I just trim the corners off this, because I know there's no way I can cut that oval out nicely on camera. Let me snip the corners. Let's see if that makes it interesting enough. There. I do. I'm going to put it there. Kind of break up all that linear. This is linear too, but the pattern is oval. See if I can get that straightish. Okay. Top of this one heavy enough for, oh, I think so. Let's try this one. I love this punch, but I do struggle with it a bit. So I use it a little bit unconventionally. I have the little catch open so that I can line up where I'm gonna punch my hole. Okay, well, I've had you guys here for over a half an hour now, so let's just call that good. Get this out of the way. Oh, let me put my lid on my glue. Pardon my reach, because you know what happens if I don't do that, then my glue dries out. Okay, get everything all cleaned up. Got some more bases to work on. I'll show you the one that I made as my test. I discovered I needed my extra little piece of paper up there. I think it turned out pretty nicely. This is just a vellum sticker. And we got this one done. And we got this one done. We got this one done. So there we go. So this was week 7 of Roxy's weekly challenge, book page tags. Rachel said it was inspired by the first challenge that she did for 2024. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you join me again soon, and bye-bye for now.